What are we saying, boys? I love M Huncho, and it's about time that I make a video on it, because M Huncho was probably one of the first UK artists I was seriously tapped in with, and like 6, 7, 8 years later, I am still as tapped in as the first day I heard that Mad About Bars. So in case you aren't aware, M Huncho dropped Utopia 2 a couple days ago, obviously a follow on from his first album, Utopia, and I've got to say, he has hit once again. The guy is allergic to missing, and it's actually kind of scary. I think I've played the album maybe like 2 or 3 times now. I'm going to play it a couple more times because I know there's some songs in here I haven't added to my playlist yet, which are going to get added to my playlist. But this guy has been around for like 8 years, and he is yet to miss. I think the first M Huncho song I ever heard was The Mad About Bars, and then I think it was Toblerone. Probably one of my favourite M Huncho songs to this day. And as soon as I heard that shit, I was tapped in, and since then, every project, this guy has not missed. This guy has not missed on any project. And M Huncho is like pretty respected in the UK rap scene, I would say. Considering he's a guy who makes like wave, auto-tune music or whatever. Compare it to a lot of artists who make auto-tune rap. People think just because you make auto-tune rap or you use auto-tune, it's your shit, or you can't rap because you need No, that's not how it fucking works. Rapping with auto-tune is like a completely different style. When they have these effects on their voice, you're essentially using another instrument. I fucking love listening to it because you can hit melodies that people just can't do when they're rapping. But a lot of people get clowned on it, and a lot of people, I get it, like hardcore rap fans don't like auto-tune rap, which is fine, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and make you like what you like. If you like it, you do. If you don't, then sound. But if you couldn't tell, I'm a big fucking fan of it. I love when rappers use auto-tune. I just think it sounds sick. And M Huncho is one of those guys who has found his style and has perfected that shit. The Mad About Bars is actually his first song on Spotify, and then the Westwood Crib session, he was dropping tunes were dropping, and then he dropped this fucking masterpiece. The 48 Hours EP is possibly just one of the best projects to ever come out from a UK artist that's not an album. This was his first project. You'll hear me say project a lot. Album, EP. But this 48 Hours EP, 8 songs, crazy good. Crazy good if you like wave rap. If you don't like wave rap, go and listen to this shit and see if you like it. There is very few misses on this shit, and this was like his first project. It wasn't an album, but it was an EP, and it set him up pretty nicely because his first album that he dropped was Utopia, and I put this in my top 10 favorite UK rap albums video. It was one of my first videos on YouTube. Go and watch it if you want. It's a bit shit but this is one of my top 10 UK rap albums of all time. I just think it's 10-10 for my music taste and what I like. This shit is 10-10, and this dropped in 2019, so we've had to wait 5 years for Utopia 2. You might be thinking 5 years for a UK rap album, fucking hell, he sounds like every other UK rapper right now. But no, this guy's been dropping, and when I say dropping, he's dropping consistently, and dropping consistently good shit. Some of the albums maybe not 10-10, but bro, they're pretty much all up there. Like, he's got his style, and he very rarely misses. There's obviously going to be songs you don't fuck with, but the albums, if you want to listen to the albums, all of them have got a different sound. They've all got their own feel. This Huncholini, the first album, 13 songs, again, fucking fire. PP, Huncho from Air, Eagles. Like, bro, there is very few songs on here that aren't on my playlist, and that's why I fucking rock with M Huncho so hard, because he's never got involved in any bullshit outside his music. He's never had to do anything like crazy to like promote his shit. It's just like natural growth, and got a massive fucking fan base because he's sick, and he's continued that the whole way through. These 3 projects again are good. DNA, that Naif collab album, they've got another one coming. That shit is gonna be fucking generational. I can already tell that DNA 2 is gonna be generational. This album's heavily underrated. He gets a lot deeper, but the main talking point of the video is of course Utopia 2. Now, I haven't listened to it enough times to give you a rating out of 10, but off the bat, probably not my favorite project of his, and yet it's still good. Off the first couple listens, I already know there's like 4 or 5 songs maybe that aren't gonna go into my playlist, and yet it's still good. His music's like therapeutic. I had it on in the gym, and I wasn't even listening because I was just locked in on my gym session, because music's therapeutic. You know, when you're at the gym, you might have the playlist on shuffle and some dog shit comes on, and you literally, I'll stop mid-set to fucking turn that shit off. Bro, none of that. I was completely zoned out, so I already know this shit's therapeutic. I just need to listen to it again to get a better feel, know what I want to add to the playlist. And talking of playlists, people have said for ages, share your playlist. I never shared my playlist because I had like my personal Spotify, so I've made my Nollid Spotify, which is now my main Spotify, and this is sort of like my big playlist where you've got everything that I listen to. So if you want to see what I listen to, just type in Nollid on Spotify. Make sure you follow me on Spotify, add this playlist, play some. I've got some other playlists that I'm working on, because this is essentially all of my music all in one playlist. So you get like 50 Cent to Future, to scraps, you know what I mean? It's a bit of everything. It's literally everything I listen to. I basically shoved all my UK, US, and like all my different playlists into one, just my favourite songs, and I put them in here. And this is the one that I'll be updating regularly. Nollid on Spotify. Make sure you just go add my playlist to your Spotify if you want to see what I'm listening to, and I'll update it all the time. So yeah, make sure you go and add that shit. But back to M Huncho. The thing that he also does really well is he picks perfectly the people to collaborate with. You get a bit of everything. That's the only thing I'm not fucking with too hard on the album so far, is like some of the features, but obviously I'm gonna re-listen to it. But him and Nave Smalls are like the perfect combo. The chemistry those two have is fucking incredible. When they drop DNA 2, I will be reacting to it, and I guess it's time for another announcement. I have been hard at work in the background. I haven't been slacking on YouTube, and I'm gonna be streaming like 3 or 4 times a week on Twitch, and I'm gonna upload all of them to YouTube. So if you don't catch the Twitch streams, if you can't watch them, they'll be on my YouTube anyway. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because there's gonna be so many more videos coming. I'm telling you, the UK music scene, the UK streaming scene, planning all my ideas, because I don't just want to be some guy that sits here fucking reacting like 24/7. Obviously a lot of reactions, because that's what people want to see, but I want to do cool shit. So help me out. Link in my description to my Twitch. Just make sure you go and follow that. Right, enough of the shameless plugging, because the other thing about M Huncho, which people don't really speak about enough, is that the guy does not show his face. He has worn a mask since he's been making music. Obviously, he started with the Bally, and now he's moved to like his like signature mask with the tattoo and shit, whatever. Sick, right? It is sick, but not showing your face makes it a lot harder to grow a platform. It does, especially with music. Music, obviously, a lot of your marketing is the person. All the biggest artists in the world are famous or that big because of the shit they do outside their music and what they look like and the shit they get up to, like fucking award shows or red carpets or whatever the fuck it is, or just out in public. That's how they stay trending, and he's managed to stay trending without showing his face. And now I know the mask is sort of his signature thing, but think of someone like K-Trap. Before he showed his face, he was someone who was masked up, and then as soon as he took off his mask, he's grown and grown. Now obviously if M Huncho was to show his face, there'll be like a buzz around it straight away, but I think it's sort of his signature thing now is his mask, and he's never going to take off the mask, and I don't want him to take off the mask. I don't think he ever will take off the mask. And I know there's like pictures of him unmasked on Google and shit or whatever, but like, bro, I haven't looked at that shit in like 5 years. I think I looked it up on Google when I was like 17 because I was like curious to see what he looked like, but I don't care. I don't want to know now. Do you know what I mean? It's one of the, I don't want to know what he looks like. I just listen for the music. Consistently good projects. Hasn't missed on a project yet, in my opinion. And that's a hard thing to say, because even people like DBE, who also make like auto-tune, wave, rap, whatever the fuck you want to call it, their albums in recent years have slipped off. And it's because they just don't have as much range as M Huncho does with like the beats he uses and like the sounds he hits. Me personally, I just think his music has a lot more substance to it. And you might be thinking, oh, Glazing's crazy. Yeah, I am fucking Glazing, and I'm proud of it, because this guy is one of my favourite UK rappers of all time, and I'm not fucking afraid to say that shit. And actually, looking at this screenshot here, I don't even think it's a crazy thing to say that M Huncho's got some of the best videos in the UK as like a catalogue. Like, if you go and watch his music videos, bro, so fucking sick. And the recent album, he's delivered again. Every album has hit, and it's going to be coming up on like his 7th year of being like a big name in the UK rap scene. 7 years, you know, if I'm talking about UK rappers that have been around for 7 years, you're talking Skepta, you're talking Dave, these guys who are like big rappers in the UK. M Huncho is in that conversation. Of course he is. He's 100% in that conversation. He makes some of the best music in this country. So much that if I had to tell someone who's like not listened to UK rap before, oh, give me some UK rappers that you need to tap in with, I'd say you need to listen to M Huncho. Because in the wave scene in the UK, people not making just rap music, just straight rap music, his music's got so many fucking layers, bro. So melodic. Like, if any of you guys make music, you might understand, but the layers and the melodies that go into this shit, it takes a lot of thinking, because when you're just rapping, yeah, obviously you've got to come up with bars and that, and you might change the flow, but more or less you're just spitting bars. Whereas when you're making songs with auto-tune or wave music like M Huncho is, you have like interludes in the songs where he's dropping inner melodies and he's hitting these notes with his voice. It's just those notes you can't hit without having effects on your voice. And when he puts effects on your voice, bro, it's like that SpongeBob meme when you're like getting taken up to the fucking sky, bro. It feels like you're getting possessed when you listen to his shit. So this video was meant to be me saying how M Huncho hasn't missed on an album yet, and it's turned into basically like 8 minutes of me just straight glazing him. But I'm happy to sit here and glaze him, because he is one of my favourite UK artists of all time. He says on one of the songs on the album, I think it's 1054, he says like, I'm gonna go down as one of the greats. And in my eyes, bro, he is. He is. And I know a lot of people might not agree with that because they don't like wave music. 100% get it. I know what you mean. But in my eyes, bro, M Huncho goes down as one of the greats. For me, as someone who's influenced like the music I listen to, and for how long he's been doing it and not missed on an album yet, I just can't see how you can't put him in that conversation, in his own lane at least. Maybe not mainstream impact, but bro, the UK scene in general, the impact that he's had on it for his own sound and his own voice and his own music, bro, in my eyes, he goes down as one of the greats. But let me know what you think. Have you listened to the album yet? If you have, what were you thinking of it? Obviously, in my eyes, it's not one of his best, but let me know what you thought in the comments. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, playlist, make sure you go and add my playlist to your Spotify and follow my Twitch. There's going to be so many videos coming, so many streams, and hopefully you're going to be seeing my face a lot more. That's the goal. So all my links in the description. Make sure you go tap in. I'll catch you in the next one.